Sorry about that. Sometimes it goes through collapsing. Welcome to Queering Science, Theology, Philosophy, and Spirituality. This is the LGBTQ Center for Science, Theology, Philosophy, and Spirituality. And today we are going to discuss the diversity of intelligence and the age of artificial intelligence. Now, there is a diversity. Yes, diversity is the principle. And there's diverse men, diverse women, diverse children, diverse animals. Their diversity is also found in abstract concepts like power, diversity of power, diversity of masculinity, diversity of femininity, diversity of sadness, diversity of happiness. Diversity in every concept, in whether tangible or intangible. Even God. Yes. You see why God is not one God? Because he is diverse. Yes. Whether he's a mono, is a one God or many God, Elohim. Whether he's an El or an Elohim, he is still diverse. Because even if it's a one God, like I'm one God, I have diverse expressions. Look, all those are diverse expressions of one person, one face. So diversity is the principle. It's found everywhere. Everywhere. It's beautiful. What a world we live in. And so today we are going to be discussing about intelligence because we are in the age of artificial intelligence that began in the 20th century with the father of computer science, the great Alan Turing, the gay scientist, and it's still going on till today. And even there is what you call artificial stupidity, in my view, because machines are stupid. For yes, because they are so robotic. And even, do you know our bodies are also robotic? Yes, they are very robotic. Like what I discussed in the other video, when a woman is pregnant, the body does not know. There are some parts of the body that are not sure. They don't know. They just notice that, this person we are carrying, the legs, they are heavy. But we don't know what's happening. Let's just continue carrying the body. The legs don't know that the woman is pregnant. It's as simple as that. And then even the hormones in the body, they don't. But other hormones know that the woman is pregnant. That's why when she gives birth, the breasts, the hormones in the breast wake up and they now produce the enzymes that will lead to milk. It's because the body, there is a part of the body that is connected to the womb. The mammary glands are connected to the uterine system. Alerted that there is someone called a baby is there. You see, like the placenta. Why is the placenta there? It's there because the baby, the body has been alerted. There is something there that has life. So it's going to eat. It's a beautiful system. And we're yet to understand it very well. You see? It's very weird. And that's what we are calling diversity of intelligence. Now, first of all, what is intelligence? Let's find out the definition of intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to learn. So intelligence is not education. It's just the ability to learn. The ability to understand and the ability to make judgments or have opinions that are based on reason. And the other meaning of intelligence is the secret information that governments use about other governments, the governments of other countries, especially enemy governments, or a group of information. It is not an ability, it is information. But knowledge is power. Intelligence is power. When you have information about somebody, you are able to conquer them. That's why we have intelligence agencies. It is to know what another person is doing. It's as simple as that. That's why there are spies all over the world forever. Even the angels are spies. Everything is, yes, intelligence gathering. So, I mean, the kingdom of God is a kingdom, there are kingdoms, and every kingdom has a military. That's why God has angels who fight. That's why the devil took angels to be on his side. He was creating his kingdom, and he created. Anyway, that's just on the side. So, intelligence is information. But intelligence is also the ability to learn. That's why intelligent people are people who learn very fast, or they learn a lot. And people who are not so intelligent, they don't learn the same thing very fast. And also, again, people who are not intelligent may not have a strong ability to understand. Then also, people who are not very intelligent are not able to make judgments. Then people who are not very intelligent are not able to make or to have opinions that are based on reason. And people who are intelligent, very intelligent, they are able to make judgments and have opinions based on reason. When you study, when you listen to them, you can find them giving you reasons. You know, why are you like when you ask me, why are you making a video? If I don't have a reason, it means I'm not rational in what I'm doing. I'm just doing it out of irrationality. But I know what I'm doing. I'm making a video so that I can share with the world what I'm learning about life, and I'm expressing my opinions about life. Yeah. And science. So I'm conveying information. So I've given you a reason. Some people, when you ask them, why are you doing something? I don't know. I really don't know why I'm doing it. No, me, I know what I'm doing. So that's reasoning. Reason. That means you are intelligent. When you have a reason, you are an intelligent person, because naturally, intelligent people give reasons for why they are doing certain things. Yeah, they give reasons. Now, what is a reason? A reason is the cause of an event or situation or something which provides an excuse or explanation. A reason is also the ability of a healthy mind to think and make judgments, especially based on practical facts. Like an example they have given here, we humans believe that we are the only animals to have the power of reason, the ability of a healthy mind to think and make judgments. But that can be challenged, to say that humans are the only animals who can reason. I don't think so. Because what is to make judgment? It is to have a thinking process. You see, that's why this video is very important. It's the diversity of intelligence. Do you know animals are also intelligent? Yeah, they also have intelligence. One way you can know an animal has intelligence. What is intelligence? As the ability to learn. The ability to learn. and the ability to understand, and the ability to make decisions, make judgments and opinions. Of course, animals can't give you opinions. And of course, there is what you call written intelligence or artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is intelligence or information, or their information given, created by man. That's what I want us to discuss again. Because we are in the age of artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence does not necessarily mean intelligence made by man, though it is so. It is the instructions that are given, the information given to machines, that empowers machines to have a mind of their own. You know, like an alarm system is a product of artificial intelligence. And a very strong alarm system, a very intelligent alarm system, is one whereby it will only allow the people it has stored in its brain inside the house. So, like when you buy an alarm system that has a screen, you make it record all the faces of the people who live in that house, and then you order it that whenever you see these faces appear on the screen, open the door. Any face that doesn't look like what you have stored in your mind, don't open the door at all. So that is artificial machine learning. You make the machine learn to have memory and use the memory to operate systems. Because the old alarm systems did not need to memorize the face of somebody. It doesn't need to store data. It's just an alarm system. So, because most alarm systems would be, when you step on it, it just goes off. Da, 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 da. It doesn't even sometimes, even noise. Have you seen when there's a lot of noise, alarms just go off? It's because they think the noise is so powerful, it's so tangible, it's so material that it thinks it has been touched. So it senses and just thinks the noise is a person. You see, that's an alarm system. You hear boo, 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 and you are saying, oh my God, that's a thief. It's a thief. You see, that's how an alarm system works. It has to, it reacts to anything that is affecting it. But then there are other intelligence systems. Like now, the alarm systems became modified to be more intelligent, so that even if it hears noise, it will not get shocked. Because imagine having this alarm. You remember the old car alarm systems? You just start it, you just start it, too much noise for nothing. So these days, you have car alarms that you don't, even if you touch it, it won't go off. But when you get to the door that you want to enter, it will come on, because there it now knows this is a thief, because it doesn't have the key that has the alarm, that controls the alarm system of the car. So it has been programmed. The instruction fed to that alarm system is, when someone touches the door handle, just know that that is a thief, because the true order is, I have a remote to open the door of the car. I don't open my car with the handle. So anybody who does that with a handle, that's a thief. Come on. So the alarm system says, yes, sir, and now acts like that forever. Now, of course, just like human beings grow old, even alarm systems grow old. So next time, one day, you'll get an alarm system that it collapses. So somebody will come and open the handle, because you've not maintained the alarm system. The car is stolen. Yeah, because it has forgotten. So why are we doing this video? We are doing it to show you there's diversity of intelligence, and therefore because of diversity there's a lot of clashes much as there is integration of the intelligences. Now, another thing I'm trying to bring to the artificial intelligence scientists is to understand the body. The body, intelligence is information. The other meaning of intelligence. And information is data. And remember what I said in my other video, data is everything. You know I'm data? Yeah, I'm data. I am an arrangement of the 4 acids, trisynonin, cytinonin, I'm so sorry I'm pronouncing them badly, adenosine, and I think guanosine, one of the ATCG. I'm an arrangement, and my arrangement is unique. All those are acids, deoxynucleic acids, and they are proteins. So I am an acid. I'm a collection of acids, and those acids arrangements, the pairs, they pair each other, they pair, and they are found everywhere in the body. So that is information, that's data, that is intelligence. That's why the Christian philosophers and Muslim philosophers and any theist philosopher says they talk of creation of the world by intelligent design. They believe in intelligent design, that the world was created by an intelligent person, by a person who had the ability to make judgments. But the problem of that definition is people question, especially agnostics and atheists, they question, if an intelligent person made the world, why is there sickness? See, why are there earthquakes? Why do people die in natural disasters? Because an intelligent person is a person who is able to stop disasters from happening. So the atheists and agnostics are forgiven because they are really questioning, how is it that someone is born blind? Someone is born with cancer. Someone is born with a deformity that makes their life very miserable. You see? So they question, how can you call that person intelligent? He's not intelligent because there are problems in his creation. Now, of course, people have said, theologians, they come back now and answer. Then they say it's because of sin. When man sinned, the whole world became corrupt and everything was now bad. But I always respond to those theologians and say, but Jesus Christ came and died. So him coming to die, he should have restored everything back to the original setting, powerful setting. Yes. So the theology doesn't add up. That's why I am not just a Christian who swallows Christianity. No. There are some I have questions and I'll keep them. I'll go and face the authorities and tell them, here there's a problem. Because Jesus Christ came, he died, he says he conquered death, he conquered all of these things. Why are these things still happening? Then we should just be told he just died. Yes, either we told he just died and people don't know his story and people just assume things. Yeah. As I told you, power is there. I'm not refusing. Shamans have existed in the world. In every religion. Africa, India, Native Americans, they have had shamans for years. So Jesus is not the only person who had power. Yeah. So, but my question is, you see, as scientists and as philosophers, we are looking at the logic of our system. Of course, Paul in the Bible answered it and said, you know what? The foolishness of Christianity is the wisdom of the world. And the wisdom of the world is the foolishness of Christianity. That's what he said. Because I think he understood that the logic systems of Christianity is not the same as the logic system of secular philosophy. You know? Hold on. I mean, even Islam, the logic system of Islam is not the logic system of Christianity. But they have similar components. It's like a phone. The Samsung phone is not the Tecno phone. Its system, even though they are similar, there is some place where they're different. So everything is a system, and I've already repeated myself about this, so I won't talk much about it. So I just wanted to bring this to you is to let you know that natural systems like our human bodies and animals and trees, they all have intelligence, but they are not artificial intelligence systems. They are non-artificial intelligence systems or natural intelligence systems. So we have natural intelligence systems and artificial intelligence systems. Now, what is happening, why we are talking about this, is because we are now in the age where artificial intelligence is taking over natural intelligence systems. That is why there is a very big war right now in psychologically, because artificial intelligence is replacing human beings in the workplace. You know, more and more humans are losing jobs than gaining them because artificial intelligence is taking the jobs of humans. So this is a very important thing. If the world does not deal with this situation, many people will be unemployed and the economies of the world will suffer. That's why I'm very happy with the universal basic income, UBI, that calls for paying people money like $1,000 per month to buy basic needs, to take care of themselves. Then if they get some small money, it's from little things they can do which does not need AI. But that's where the world is going. The world is going to a place whereby we have to give people money to survive because there are no jobs. AI is taking jobs gradually. And you see, the power of AI is the computer, is the machine. If you have a computer with super memory and super thinking, you know, it's able to do calculations so fast. Like one of the areas that is going to go through changes is the stock market. Because that, if you have a computer in the stock market, stock exchange, that is so fast at doing calculations, calculating outcomes, my friend, the stock market, speculators can speculate in power. Because all you need is a computer that can give you all the outcomes that can happen. And you know how many outcomes it can give you? A very strong computer can even give 1 quadrillion outcomes. 1 quadrillion. Depending on the power of the computer. And within a very short time. You see, fast, that's why quantum computing, all of this quantum mechanics is out of this world. It is the fastest, very fast processing. Even a human being, these days there are humans who are learning languages very fast. Cyborgs, half human, half computer. Do you know how it happens? You put a chip in your head, a microchip, like what's it called? The memory card. You put a memory card of physics in your brain and you're able to teach physics. You'll even sleep. And the beauty of that, I want to see the dreams of a person who has a physics memory card. He can even invent new things never invented before. Wait and see. That's where we're headed. The first cyborgs are coming out. Last year they already said they're putting a chip in somebody. The other year they connected the brain to the whole internet. Yeah, very powerful. Wait and see. The things that are happening in the world is so exciting. And lastly, artificial intelligence has affected every area of the world in knowledge, including theology. When you read theology or Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, you notice something very nice. Outcome theology, interpretation. So what I mean by outcome theology is that when you read a verse, you discuss all the outcomes of that verse. And the power of that statement, there will be more religions created in the 21st century than ever because of that. Yes, every verse in the Bible, you can have quadrillion outcomes. And an outcome means an interpretation. It has AI understanding has changed the understanding of theology, understanding of philosophy. Like I was now telling you in the video, when I was starting this video, I read an article that Harvard is preparing a program to give ethics to AI machines. Because of one reason, AI has no ethics, meaning morals. So they want to feed AI with ethics. Because like drones, see, I told you the story of the drones in the suicide series. How when they went to Afghanistan or Pakistan, one of the two countries, they dropped bombs on a hospital. Yeah. And you can't blame them. You can't blame the drones. First of all, they're not humans. They're just drones. So even people were trying to think, should you take America to court? You see, AI has transformed everything. Imagine having an AI machine that steals. Whom are you going to sue? You will sue. For now, you will sue the owner of the machine. Just like in the Bible, when your animal gored another person, like a cow that has horns, and then it gores somebody, you are the one to pay. And they couldn't punish the animal. They punished the owner of the animal. So even now, if AI commits a crime, like stealing or even killing like the drones, then you will blame the owner of the AI machinery. So Harvard now wants to teach them morals. They want to give them morals so that now when the machine, when the drone sees a child, a baby, it will say, oh, we cannot hurt this person because it is a child. You see? So that instruction will come to the head. So they are trying to make machines that don't need remote control power. Yeah. And this is why I was in the suicide series, I was complaining about the doctrine of predestination. Because the doctrine of predestination is the doctrine that you have already been chosen to play a certain role in the world. So if you've been chosen to be a bad person, you will be bad. There's nothing you can do about it. Meaning there's a remote control. Someone is controlling you. He's controlling your actions. They already know how you're going to do tomorrow. Everything. They know it. So that's like AI. We are basically robots. If you believe the doctrine of predestination, we are robots. Yeah. We are robots. Because it was already planned that you are going to. Like the story of Pharaoh is the saddest. If you believe the doctrine of predestination, Paul calls Pharaoh a vessel of dishonor because he stubbornly refused to let the children of Israel go. And he said God hardened his heart. So you ask yourself, it should have been Pharaoh to harden his heart, not God. Because if God hardened him, then why should God punish him? Yes. If God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, not Pharaoh hardening his heart, then who made Pharaoh bad? It's God. So what does that mean? Pharaoh is a robot. He's a puppet. He's God's puppet. That's what they even said about Nebuchadnezzar, a man whose army threw children on pavements of stone. Babies. You throw them down. And God called him his vessel. So what does that mean? Nebuchadnezzar was his puppet. He was using him. You see, that's why theology is so confused. Yeah. So I've been arguing with that doctrine of predestination because doctrine of predestination is a form of artificial intelligence whereby instructions, we live in a world that has already been instructed. It has already been programmed. And whatever has happened in the world, it was already programmed. There is nothing that beats the computer called God. That's the doctrine of predestination. That things, whatever has happened, today when an earthquake happens, it's an earthquake. Then somebody says, no, it's not it's an earthquake. We knew it was going to happen. Like, see, prophets, that's the job of prophets. Prophets are the ear, the mouthpiece of God. They warn people about events that are going to happen. Now, why do they warn? It's because those events have already happened. They are time travelers. So, like you see, Jesus Christ, they prophesied the coming of Jesus Christ, that he'll be born in Bethlehem. That was the prophecy. Now, that prophecy is proof that prophet time traveled. He went to the future, or he was shown the future, that there's going to be a powerful king born in Bethlehem. Tell them the town he will be born in is Bethlehem. And the guy who got that prophecy was 400 years before it happened. 400 years before it happened. Then, when the thing happens, what does that tell you? It had already happened. It was known 400 years before it happened. It was known that it had happened. And it was programmed. It was in the program. That's what Jesus said when he was betrayed by Judas, so that the scripture can be fulfilled. Now, when you modernize that verse, it will be so that the program can be implemented. So this is why the Bible is just programming language, instructions that are yet to happen. You see, that's why the book Bible Code by Michael Drosnin and the movie Omega Code, yes, because the Bible is seen as a code. It's code. The Quran is code. The Bhagavad Gita is code. Diverse code, diverse information, diverse intelligence. So people wait for the programming. Look at what's happening in Syria. Do you know, it's so scary because it is that clear. And already in December, Israel was firing missiles to Damascus. That's a very dangerous, because if Isaiah is right, then truly that day is going to come. Damascus will become rubble. So you see, it's a program. It's those instructions have not been fulfilled. That's why we are living in a computer program. Time is, that's why I said life is time, God is time. So if God is time and life is time, then life is programmed. And that's why I do not attack people and say that certain people will be judged. It was programmed for them to behave the way they are behaving. Everyone is living the life that it was programmed. It's beyond their control. It's beyond your control. Even this video, I'm doing it. I thought, to me, I didn't know I was going to do this video this way. But the programmer knew it was going to be this way. You see, that's why people have deja vu. You know, deja vu, you feel like, I saw this somewhere. Yes, because you have the ability to travel into the future. What you're supposed to do when you have a lot of deja vus, improve your ability to go into the future. Improve it. Make it so sharp that when you have a powerful dream of the future, you write it. That's why it's very good to write down your dreams, because 80% you travel to the future. Now we're going to discuss another video about death and life. And when I told you there's a book I'm really looking for, very hard book to find, on parapsychology, and it was that we travel when we sleep. That's the title of the book. Very nice title. When I saw the title, I said this is the book to read. Now, in theology, sleep is temporary death. Sleep is temporary death. But death is permanent sleep, because this flesh disappears. When you go and dig the graves of people who are buried 200 years ago, you will find bones. When you go and dig the grave of people who are buried 10,000 years ago, you will find crushed bones. You see the oil we use in the car, fossil fuels, those are dead bones that have been completely crushed. Thousands of years of existence, they were crushed. You see why the Arab world has a lot of oil? Because the early world lived there. The early world lived there, and the early world in Africa lived in East Africa and West Africa. That's why Nigeria has oil and East Africa, but Southern Africa doesn't have enough oil. Reason? Very few people lived there. And you see the sea? I have a feeling the Atlantic Ocean has oil. But you know the problem? The slaves who died, the millions of slaves who sank in this Atlantic Ocean, have not yet decomposed properly. Secondly, sharks, if there are plenty in the Atlantic Ocean, they must have devoured the slaves and have been eating on them for all these years. So there will be no decomposition of those animals in the ocean bed that have died and have lived in the world for thousands of years. They are the ones that provide oil. You see how united the world is? That's how united the world is. The world is so united that, remember, I think there's offshore drilling in America. You see, everywhere in the world you can, because animals die, the sea animals are buried in the sea. They go to the seabed, and the same decomposition happens because they go into the soil of the seabed and they decompose, and then when you drill, The oil produced from the sea is from the dead bones of those sea animals. So that's what you need to understand. Same to anything that dies on the earth. Like we should ask yourselves, when a star dies, where does the debris go? How does a star decompose? That's what we need to understand. When the sun will die, because it will die, it's a star. What will happen to its debris? That's what you need to understand. So, understand, number one, intelligence is found in everything that is tangible, and non-tangible things can be deciphered intelligently. What I mean by non-tangible, things like happiness, it's not tangible. But I have a feeling happiness is tangible. You know, happiness can be proved in the brain. Yes, because when you are happy, dopamine is released. When you are sad, there is no dopamine released. Depression, do you know why there are psychiatrists? It's for that reason. It's that psychology is connected to physiology. So they try and treat psychological issues with physiological means. What I mean by physiological, they give you medicine. You see, medicine is just an acid. It's just acids and alkalines. That's all. They are tangible. But depression is not. So, medicine is physiological and therefore tangible, but things like depression are not tangible. However, even if they are not tangible, they have an effect on the tangible body. That's what people are now. That's why, to me, the most important health issue in the 21st century is mental health. Because to understand the connection between the intangible and the tangible, how they interact with each other, and how to solve mental health problems better, is to understand the tangible and intangible relationship. Because one of the problems in science is science does not know, cannot explain the intangible world. That's the problem. Science understands the tangible world perfectly. The world where you can see neurons, you can see this, it can explain that one. But the problem where science really goes through hell, or problems, not hell. You know, these days we don't have hell. So, where science goes through a lot of complication, it is the intangible world. However, there are scientists that believe there is nothing, and I agree with them, there is nothing intangible that exists is tangible. It's just that it's a diverse tangibility. Like, you see, between me, like when I do this with my hand, do you know there's matter between my hand, but you can't see it, but there's matter. And just because you can't see matter even between me now doesn't mean nothing exists there. That's why people believe in spirits, they believe in ghosts, they believe in all of these funny creatures. It's because Jesus walking, he's just walking. And I used to wonder, but I'm not seeing. Yeah, you can't attack him because you can't see. Because some people have different eyes. Yeah. They have different eyes so they can see. So you see, that's the problem of religion and power and spirituality. That's why the witchcraft laws were disbanded in very many countries because you can't prove witchcraft. Yeah. Somebody will tell you, I actually saw this woman was flying on a broom. She came to me. Like, remember, the best book on witchcraft, the Witchcraft and the Courtroom, was The Crucible. I love that book with a passion. And the book was, of course, talking about Salem. What happened in Salem? People were accusing people of witchcraft. And I remember Abigail. Abigail was my favorite character. She was a very bad girl, very bad. And she went and said, she even created a scene that the birds have come into the proof that Abigail is seeing what she's saying. But all of a sudden she just says, I see it now. It's there. Oh my God, it's and the judges were like, what is going on here? These spirits. And then, and his wife and all of these people, and even Proctor became an atheist that day. He said, God is dead. God is dead. Because he was wondering, how is it I'm a witch? How am I a witch? Abigail set him up because Proctor was not liked in Salem. Yeah, they didn't like him. He was a very independent man. He was not obedient to the elders, because of his independence. So when there was calamity in the society, they blame it. You see, the beauty of the book of the Crucible, it was trying to show us that the ancient mind blamed people. They always looked for scapegoats when things were not working. I'm so superstitious that these problem people, yeah, that one, she's the one. That's the problem that happened in Salem. And many people died, especially if you are a weird person. They just killed you because they assumed you are a witch. And forgetting, you need evidence. So thankfully, most countries have done away with that law. And the only thing that is tangible things. So what I'm trying to say, science is now at a point trying to understand the intangible world, if it exists. Because if something exists, then it is not intangible. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Okay, now we are done with the video. So I want you to open your eyes, look at what's happening in the artificial intelligence world. It's changing science because now human beings are not going to be working. These days you can even diagnose yourself of a sickness with an application. Only. It's beautiful. So that is done. Human labor is being thrown out thanks to AI labor. Then in the world of theology, AI is making us read the Bible and the Quran and all the other religious books in a very deep way. We're able to criticize, we're able to understand the textual character of all these writings. We're able to even question, we're able to even find errors. Because all you need to do, put an AI Bible, application that goes through the Bible, and find all the errors. Yeah, there are errors in the Bible. We found them. So the Bible is not inerrant. It has already changed theology. Do you know now? Many modern theologians have accepted that the Bible is not inerrant. Yeah, it's true. I used to believe it was inerrant. Today, I can't hide it. And that does that mean I can't believe God? No, that's wrong. That's not what it means. It just means the book that talks about, and it's like it was written by humans. Are we, when we say it was written by humans, are we disputing human intelligence? No, we are not. We are just saying it was written by humans, so it's susceptible to have errors. So that's what AI has taught us. Then artificial intelligence is also changing philosophy, because reasoning, we are learning how machines can reason even above human beings. Imagine feeding a machine with all the logic schools of philosophy. My goodness, when you have an AI lawyer, it will give you all the outcomes of the case, all the interpretations. When you have fed it with the instructions of philosophy, philosophical instructions, and how, the beauty of AI is you can organize the brain of a human being, but now you're organizing the brain of a machine. It's like a child who is born, and immediately the child is born, instead of teaching him slowly, feed him with the information. When children are born, give him a memory card with physics, biology, put it in the head. Yes, that's what's happening with AI. So when they make a machine, they feed the instructions inside. You see, that's why robots are more powerful than children, because children, when you feed instructions to a child, understanding that information. But a machine, a new robot, just put the information that minute it has been made, it will flow. Bah! It will begin work. So it's because the structure of a robot or a machine is not necessarily the structure of a child that needs to develop, because the child has the neurons are so weak. So weak. So why are you forcing a kid to understand astrophysics? He can't. He doesn't even know how to say his name, let alone write. So that's what AI has done. AI has created a system whereby fresh machines know information now. Babies, sorry, they have to grow, and then they can now they'll start playing with information. At least from 4 years old, you can now give that child astrophysics. But a machine, you can make it in one day, and you feed it with information, and it's going to do work as if, and that machine can live for 100 years. I'm waiting to see computers that are 100 years old. Supercomputer, 100 years old. Wait, you're joking. We are entering the century. Do you know there is no computer that is 100 years old? Do you know that? But look at what they have done to the world this far. They have made the world so different. So what's going to happen when they're 100 years old? They will even program other planets. Yeah, that's where we are. So in philosophy, ethics is also going to be transformed, because AI, if we're going to make AI machines that can reason even sharper than humans, they will even create philosophies of life that we don't know. So we are waiting to see, thanks to Harvard, that are now feeding ethics. Which ethics are they feeding into the into the AI machines? Yes, we need to know. Because there's Western ethics, there's Eastern ethics, there's African ethics, there is a Christian ethics, there's Islamic ethics. There's some ethics whereby you want AI to say lies. Yeah. Deception. We talked about Abraham. Abraham used to lie to survive. Isn't that not intelligence? Yes. And this is another thing I shared in another video. The problem we have in the world, the difference between lies and truth is gone. Nobody knows what is true. Nobody knows what is a lie. Life is just life. Just live it. That's why I've told you, to be safe in this world, when it comes to truth, go to a court room if you want to know the truth about something, so that evidence of that thing is produced. Otherwise, That's why I don't attack when people go to churches that then someone says that church is a bad church. I tell them, give me evidence. Yeah, give me evidence. Yeah, give me evidence. And what is a bad church anyway? What is a bad church? There's nothing like a bad church. In fact, in a country, a bad church is one that doesn't keep the laws of that country. Yeah, that's a fact. It's as simple as that. So, you fight to be allowed, because if you commit murder in a church, in the name of a church, they will arrest the murderer. Yeah, they'll arrest the murderer. It's as simple as that. A thief you've stolen in the church, they will arrest you. It's as simple as that. So what I'm trying to say, a secular system is based on the law. Is based on the hard law. And that's what we need to know. All right, guys. So that's where we are. Diverse intelligences. Animals have intelligence. And we all have diverse intelligences. And these intelligences, some of them never before. I'm telling you, by the end of this year, there are a number of things that would have happened. Not even this year, this month. Because every day people are doing research. Do you know research is even getting more fast-paced than ever? Yes, it's because of artificial intelligence. It is now making mathematics very fast, very simple, processing very fast, understanding very fast, learning very fast, making judgments very fast. Yeah, and that's where we are.